wear too many hats at the same time, so safety was the #1 reason. And the reason I do the water portion is because I have the Coast Guard license, and both G and I both have CDL licenses. And the other reason we did it is our insurance company kind of recommended it. But even though we probably have the best safety record of any amphibious duck operation in the country, our safety record here is awesome, and we're very proud of it. Now, when we get back to the ducks, and you guys get off, you'll be going upstairs into our duck museum. We have a lot of memorabilia up there from both World War II and the Korean War. We also have 2 computer keyboards. If you go to either one of those keyboards, type your name into it, and it'll print out a certificate that you were an honorary duck captain today. Everybody's more than welcome to do that. Make it then look good in your resume. And there's a little side benefit of these, AJ, a little side benefit of having a duck certificate. That entitles you to drive any relative's truck into any lake one time. Alright, we're going to go back across Table Rock Dam right now. So you guys on the right now, you're going to have a better view of Lake Taneycomo. And Rose, if you were wondering about that name Taneycomo, that's an old Indian name. That means many tourists come here and create large traffic jams. Well, what Taneycomo really stands for is Taney County, Missouri, Taneycomo. And they catch a lot of trout down there in that lake. And so they have to restock the lake. And where they got all their trout from is down there on land to your right. That Shepherd of the Hills Fish Hatchery. And there's another thing you can do for free. It's open every day from 9 o'clock until 5 o'clock. If you've never been through a fish hatchery before, it's a really interesting operation. Now we just went across the 10 main floodgates back there behind us. The dam was finished in 1959. But over here to your right, you'll see 8 more sets of floodgates. Those are called emergency spillway floodgates, and they're not that old. They put them in 2005. They're only 12 years old. Those floodgates were put in to protect the dam from a catastrophic flood, where they could release more water if they needed to prevent this dam from collapsing. They've never had to open those floodgates before. They've come really close, but they've never had to open them. And it cost more in 2005 to put those 8 floodgates in than it did to build the entire dam in the mid-50s. I guess the price of dams went up a little bit. Well, when we went across that dam, did anybody look down at Lake Taneycomo and think to yourself, that looks like a river to me, not a lake? That's what I thought when my wife and I moved out here about 9 years ago. They said, no, that's Lake Taneycomo. So I did a little investigation to find out what makes a lake. And what I found out is anytime you have a body of water between 2 dams, they call it a lake. So we have Table Rock Dam right here, and 22 miles downstream in Forsyth, Missouri is another dam, Powerside Dam. It was built in 1913. It's one of the oldest hydroelectric dams west of the Mississippi. But the net result is, now we got a body of water between 2 dams, so they call it a lake, even though it looks like a river, even though it's narrow, even though it's got a current to it. Lake Taneycomo. And if you guys decide you want to come back out and visit the fish hatchery while you're here, this is the turn down here to your right. And again, it's open every day from 9 o'clock until 5 o'clock. No admission charge. And that's one of only 5 fish hatcheries in the state of Missouri. That's the only one that raises the brown trout, also known as German brown trout. They're bigger than the rainbow trout. And that's a real busy hatchery back there. They raise about 1 million trout there every year. 80% of what they raise are the rainbow trout. The reason they need to restock that lake is that water's so cold the trout don't readily reproduce. So they have to continually restock that lake, or eventually it would be fished out. People have been to the fish hatchery. Anybody been to the fish hatchery? Okay, good place to go visit. Now, earlier in the trip, Rose mentioned something about Shepherd of the Hills and the outdoor theater, and they've gone through some transitions. And we just read in the paper the other day that there's been a buyer for that whole complex. complex, and they haven't made any announcements, but the good thing is somebody bought it, so maybe that outdoor theater will resume, if not this year, next year, because it's an awesome play of Harold Bell Wright's book. To your left over there's the Welk Resort Theater, and that was named after Lawrence Welk. But he never got to perform in there. He passed away in 1992 before that theater was completed. And they got an awesome show going in there right now, the $1 Million Quartet. Has anybody seen it? I recommend it. To your right over there is Point Royal Golf Village. Nice golf course in there if you like to play golf. In fact, if you're looking for me tomorrow at 7:40, I'll be over there. I got a 7:40 tee time. A lot of Branson's entertainers have lived in there over the years. Andy Williams lived there for many years. His widow still lives in there. We got any golfers on board? Got a few golfers on board. I think I was about 14 when I first started playing golf back in Maryland. And, you know, for the younger people, I always tell them, remember everything your mother tells you as you grow up, because it's important. And I remember when my mom told me the first time I went out to play golf, I guess I was about 14, and she said to me, take an extra pair of pants with me. I was like, really, Mom? What do I need an extra pair of pants for? She said, what if you get a hole in one? By the way, I'm still waiting for that hole in one, too. Now, we've got some nice golf courses around here, and we're going to have more. You guys know who Johnny Morris is? Owns Bass Pro Shops. He may soon own Cabela's also. They're in the process of buying them. He owns Tracker Boats, Big Cedar Resorts, a bunch of things. Started off with very humble beginnings in Springfield, Missouri, working in the back of his father's liquor store with a little bait and tackle shop. And it has gone from that to being one of the top 400 richest people in the world right now. But he owns 3 courses out here right now, and he's has signed a contract to build 2 more. Ben Crenshaw is going to build one of them. It'll be open in the latter part of 2018. And Tiger Woods Golf Company has signed a contract to open one that will be open up the latter part of 2019. And Tiger Woods has already announced the name of that course is going to be called Payne's Valley, in honor of Payne Stewart. I'm going to show you guys, because it's getting close to lunch. One of my favorite places for lunch or dinner, right over here to your left, Dana's Barbecue and Burger Shop. Good food in there. You're probably wondering how I know. Well, I've eaten in there so many times they know me by name when I come there. Good place to eat. Good place to eat. Food is really good. Prices are very reasonable. Yeah, unfortunately, the Runaway Mountain Coaster suffered a lot of erosion from the mountain for that 5 inches of rain we had in 1 hour. And it couldn't have happened at a worse time, right in the middle of summer. So they're in the process of rebuilding a lot of their track over there. They'll be back open, but it probably will be at least another month, if not longer. But that's one of several new attractions that have opened up here in Branson. They opened up last fall. Earlier we talked about the Ferris wheel that opened up a year ago. That's another new attraction. If you've been up by Dixie Stampede, there's a new attraction up there called Fritz's Adventure. It's an indoor adventure park, although they do some outside climbing on their walls. But they've got indoor wall climbing, rock climbing, rope bridges you walk across. They got an airplane suspended by cables that you can get into. So that's another new attraction that has opened up. And if you go out 76 going west a little ways, you'll see Bigfoot Tower. Has anybody gone to Bigfoot yet? That's a 200-foot tower. You go up in some type of a seat. You get all the way to the top, and they drop you. It's a 200-foot free fall. Rose, you'd love that. It's kind of discovered the direction they need to go are these type of attractions to bring in families with younger kids, things for them to do. You know, all the yeah, we'll go Green Mountain, Jim, or Gene. All the shows in Branson, they're all family friendly, but there's not a lot of shows that are going to hold the attention of a 3, 4, 5, 6-year-old for 2 hours. So these new attractions are very helpful, things for them to do and bring in a younger crowd here. Dixie Dixie Stampede, always a great choice. You not only get to see a great show, you don't have to worry about where we're going to eat tonight. Yes.
Yeah, no silverware, remember?
I read something interesting about Dixie Stampede last year. They bring in 200 tons of new sand for their arena every year. And that really didn't surprise me. But what did surprise me is where the sand comes from. It comes from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. 200 tons of new sand every year. So that's an awesome show. Well, there's a lot of other things to do besides all the shows here, guys. Have you seen how many go-kart tracks we have? Miniature golf courses, zip lines. We got the Titanic, Hollywood Wax Museum, Ripley's Believe It or Not, the Promised Land Zoo, Butterfly Palace, just a bunch of things you can do. So there's no time, no free time around here. You got to be doing something here. Butterfly Palace is, first of all, it's nice and cool inside. Number two, they've got literally probably a million butterflies that are all types of butterflies from all around the world. Oh yeah, they're live. They're all live. You're walking through them. You'll have them on your shoulders. It's a fun tour. A very fun tour. I highly recommend that. You'll like it. I'll show you another place I would recommend for lunch or dinner. It's on the other side of Kringle's Christmas shop there to your left. It's called Mel's. That's not only a fun place to eat, all of the servers are entertainers and they'll sing to you. Now guys, we are almost back to the ducks. When we get in the back where we unload, if you'll all remain seated until Gene brings us to a complete stop, I'll come back there to the back hatch, open it up and let everybody out. Gene also has to get very close to the dock on the left-hand side over there, so everybody on the left-hand side, make sure you keep your hands inside the duck. Also, when we get back, the pictures that were taken earlier, they'll be available for your purchase. And don't forget to get your captain's licenses also. And another place I'd recommend for lunch or dinner is down here to your right, Shorty Smalls. That used to be the Andy Williams Moon River Theater diner over there, not diner, a restaurant. And that's the Andy Williams Theater to your right. You guys know who owns it now? Jimmy Osmond owns it, and he has now changed the name to the Andy Williams Performing Arts Center and Theater in memory of Andy. It's about back to the ducks. And on behalf of Ride the Ducks, Gene and I would like to thank each and every one of you for riding with us today. We know there's a lot of things you can do in this area besides ride a duck, so we're real pleased that you guys chose to put us on your schedule today. We appreciate your business very much. And when you guys get ready to go home, have a very safe trip. It's been our pleasure to take you out today.